Hello everyone, and I just want to wish you all, if you're watching this on the, the month that this came out is Pride Month, so happy Pride Month everyone. And yes, Heroic is back! Oh my goodness. Oh, first Minnie was sick with the flu for like several days, and then Jamber caught a bit of it, and he was not well. I've been the best dang support brother I can be. But yeah, so Limbus got an update, a big one. Oh, another free pull. Oh. Anyway, I wanted to go through my team real quick because I'm a little bit groggy myself. I have been like doing my best to make sure that, you know, Minnie and Jamer were like fed and drinking water, taking their meds and such. I've also been running around trying my best to do things to make sure that neither of them have to like do too much. But I have actually looked over the game, and anyone who has a brain and just reads normally probably wouldn't have the same problem that I have, but I've discovered what I was doing wrong with my team building. So this is Team 1, or the N Corp team. So, as you can see, we have the N Corp members, you know, here, and we have these specific loadouts for the non-N Corp members. Why is that? Well, I'm going to briefly explain for just in case anyone doesn't know. So, say you were just playing Limbus, and you were wondering why you have, you know, 12 people to do stuff with, but, you know, they can't all go out in the field. That's because of this. They're passives. Oh. What? Oh, they added that. Okay. One of the passives that they have activates when they're in combat together. So, for example, if you had Yisang out on the field and he was uptied to 3, he'd gain the passive at 4 Gloom for damage up to allies placed after this unit on the dashboard. Now, 4 Gloom, but what does that mean? Well, that's Resonance. If you remember correctly, Resonance is when you chain skills with the same color together. So for Yisang, it would be his Deflect, and then anyone else who has Gloom skills. And then after that, you'd have this, you would activate it. But anytime you don't have 4 Gloom skills active, this wouldn't pop up. His support, on the other hand, says Gloom for Owned, which means that even though he's not in the match, even though he's not in the fight, he's still supporting you from behind. So he's giving, whenever you have 4 owned, which means you have 4 of them in the little sidebar there, which you use for your ego stuff, that means that this will proc. So at the end of the turn, he'll 10 SP for the ally with the least SP if they lost SP. So he's good. He's kind of good for like someone like, well, Sinclair, who loses SP a lot for using his skills. He basically keeps Sinclair kind of balanced. Or let's look at Ishmael, Section 6 specifically. So, if she was on the field, she'd be using her owned one for every 2... It's another owned one. So, if she used Flying Sword twice, or if she and another person used, I believe that's Envy, used an Envy skill twice, at 50% less HP, they'd gain an additional Poise. Now, this is strictly for anyone who has Poise, or has Poise from skills. So it's something that would just really benefit her. But when you resonance with 2 purple, the ally with the least HP gains +2 counter to the final skill power. So this could really help you clutch up, especially if you're struggling. Might get that little bit of extra juice you need to take down the big baddie. Going to Roshu and the Chef one, we have Artistic Flavor. This is Lust owned, and for this one, it's just when enemies defeated, the ally with the least HP heals 15 once per turn. Super useful, super helpful. Would help. It basically keeps you in the fight, right? So let's say I didn't have, for whatever reason, I went 1, 2, 3. No wait, it wouldn't make any sense. I always have to have at least one of these 2 on the team, right? But let's say Mersal or Faust did not have enough for their healing ego, I could just rely on Roshu's by just having this up, which, as you can see, like almost all of the Cinders have a lust skill up. I think only 2 are missing from the board. Right? Looking at Otis. Otis herself has a nice owned one where the ally with the most SP deals 30% damage to enemies below 25% HP. Again, really good to kind of like clutch up the match. And then, of course, moving on, we have Hanyu. Oh, that's the full title. I never noticed that was the full title. I thought it was just Korokumo Clan Hanyu. But for him, once again, Lust. Ally with the high speed inflicts +1 bleed. Now, I think it's just slaps bleed on their period. I don't know if you actually need, to have a bleed skill, but regardless, end court members kind of have bleed skills on them, so it's not too rough. And going on to Gregor. Gregor has, once again, Lust. So pretty much anytime we get, I think, up to 5, most of the highest we've seen, 5 or 6, all these support skills are activating. And at the start of the combat phase, the ally with the least HP heals 5. And of course, if he was, as a support for Roshu, he'd also help her Russell. It's a little weird that I don't know if the support actually goes around. But I don't know if when they're on the field, they also have the support. I think it's passive or support. It might be both. It might not be. I don't know. But that's what I've been kind of looking into. Like, what makes a really good, like, support-lined team? Now, this is just flexing. This is just because I want to have all these up there because, like, look at them. Look at all the hard work. Mind you, I do want to try to get the 2 reps because we have Rodian, who I believe, it's mostly blunt. But, Pride, Gloom, and I think it's either Envy. I think it's Envy. Oh, and it's a Tremor one, too. That's super good. I actually have been considering trying to make a Tremor team. Also, apparently Charge, too. One of the passives. When bursting Tremor, spend 3 charge to increase the stagger threshold. After bursting Tremor, gain 1 haste and blunt up. Okay. And increasing when an ally with the low speed burst Tremor, increase the stagger threshold rate. Ooh. So Tremor, Charge, and Tremor. Tremor, charge 3, reuse the coin. And you can do this twice. And inflict Tremor for each coin used. And burst it if it was reused twice. And after bursting, reduce the count by 1. Interesting. Hiccups were not going to stop me. Okay, I think it's far enough away now that you shouldn't hear it. Once again, people don't pass by and don't hear the noise, the siren, so, makes it harder. But, that's actually an interesting defense when preheat. Getting 2 charge, that could actually help out a lot. She could also be a charge unit type dealie, but I don't know if the passives would super work out in favor. And then there's, of course, the new Mersault skin, where he's blunt. He also has guard, which is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping he'd have counter. Although dodge is kind of the best, because dodge keeps reusing itself as long as, blocking literally prevents you from taking the damage for a bit, as long as it's not multi-hit or high damage. But I also like counter. Counter and dodge are the best to me. Don't get me wrong, I do love my blocky skills, but only if the blocky's high. In the clash, opponent has -1 power if they have +5 Tremor. Interesting. And the ally with the highest speed lowers the clash power of opponents with Tremor by 1. Interesting. Wait, what? Why is it... Wait, what? 35? No. Oh, game, how could you? Oh, brother. I have so much work ahead of me. Well, looks like I'm going to need this pass ASAP.
너무 관심사 밖이라.
Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't continue doing this because I was like, I want to record the mirror session. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Let's not let that weigh me down. So, so what did this update bring? Well, we have the new pass,
점심시간인가 보죠.
which I believe the markers were
너무
25.
관심사 밖이라.
Oh! We have to wait. Why don't I just do this instead? Yep, okay, so... Don't know what that is. Let's see, so 25's been cut off. I do know that if you pay, you get the little extra bonuses down here, so let's see. Oh, we have a ego gift again. Interesting. We have an ego gift at 10 for free, and then at 20 for paid? Don't like this thing's face. Interesting. Okay. On top of that, we do have some more story to be going through. Oh! We just... they added it. Sorry. Noisy background noise again. I'm glad though, that means that we can see it whenever. That's super nice. And you can't obviously get the rewards, but like, or maybe you can. I don't know. I kind of want another something like this to come back, but not as difficult. I'm gonna have to be building up my centers, so it's gonna be rough to pick from because I have so many identities and so many of them are good too. On top of that, the normal ones are just as fine. I mean, sinking. Yeah, they don't have like those super like, oh, we have, if you do this character can do a backflip after you like get 3 heads in a row, but like they're still good. And again, for something like, if you just wanted the one team to go through everything, then you'd go for something like this where the supports are going to come in clutch. I'm gonna have to be grinding a lot. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, but that means that they can level up further, which is good. So that would mean, what? More HP? More HP, more defense level, and all the skills do extra damage? Yeah, that's about 6 extra damage. I mean, obviously, you gotta go for these, right? Well, some exceptions here. Like level 1 ones. You know what? Let's just go ahead and... How many of these do I have? I have 4. Just... Oh boy. Yeah, I had just enough. Okie dokie. Well. I am reconsidering now about going for this stuff. I might instead just want to try to go for ego gifts. Yeah. Standard fare now. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, this is sold out for me because I got all the season 1 ones, which is kind of interesting because, again, we only
지금 점심시간인가
grabbed the battle pass, and we were able to get it.
너무 관심사 받기를.
That's just luck coming into play. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, how much would it cost to get you to 35 using gold tickets? 25. Okay, so quick maths. I have 162, and that would get that's about 6 sinners hitting 35. Now, the smart thing to do would get the level 3 identities, since they can carry, and they can like be swapped around and changed as needed, to 35. The dumb thing to do would be to pick. Well, actually, let me see if it's the same here, because sometimes the different identities don't cost as much. Nope, it's also 25. Okay. So the dumb thing to do would be to get the base ones maxed out. Those can wait. But more damage, more HP on the tier 3 ones, that's gonna be needed. I might actually have to start making teams now. I should change the team name. That'd be nice. So I'm like, okay, that's my N Corp team. That's my show off team. I actually have to probably want to swap them, just like. But I can't do that. I probably the one at the bottom would just be the flex team, I'd call it. Oh dear, I'm thinking too much. Anyway, we're gonna do this next video, but just want to say thank you everybody for watching it. If you enjoyed. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, neat. Didn't know that was there. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you if you do it. And that's what I just want to say. Laters.